Hello, my name is Javier, and I'm going to be talking about randomized block experiments, or as some of you might know it, the randomized block design. They sound different, but they are the same thing. So this randomized block design is where experimental units are in groups called blocks, naturally, and these blocks are randomly selected. I'm going to be talking about that later, but what you should know is that these blocks should be about the same size. It doesn't matter if you have 2, 8, 20. These blocks, the subjects inside the blocks should be the same size. And you'll see what I mean in a moment. For you to understand this is imagine if you have two car designs, cars X and cars Y, and you want to test their performance after adding a new oil. What you would do before is you would randomly pick cars from the X and the Ys, and you would add the new oil and see if they perform better. But these randomized block experiments have a different approach to it. What you would do now is you would randomly select cars from the X and from the Ys, but keep them separate. This way you can actually know if the oil works for one design, or if it works for the other design, or if it doesn't work for either, or if it works for both. So instead of just saying that in average it actually works, you can see if for a design it actually works or not. For instance, if you have X and you pick, as I said before, they must be randomly about the same size. You have 10 cars from X, you would add the new oil to 5 and the old oil to 5 and see if it actually improves the performance or not. Same thing with the Y, where you have 8 cars, you should add 4 to the 4 to new oils to the Ys and 4 oiled oils to the design. And this way you can keep them separate and know if if it works for one and it doesn't work for the other. And as you can see in this table, when you have a lab with different experiments, instead of just randomly mixing all of them together, you can add the blocks, lab 1, lab 2, lab 3, lab 4, and then the specimens to see if they actually improve or not individually. And the advantages of this process is that it's very precise and it's really simple to use, but the disadvantages is that it's better for average group size. If you have 2 million cars, you cannot just take 10. You should take a lot, and the more you take, well, the more time it's going to consume. And these are my